What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanna and I am a recovering addict. I have been sober since December 28th of 2019 and I have been in recovery since September 27th of 2016. And in today's video, I'm so excited. We are going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild My Melody and Kuromi collection. I finally got it in the mail. I am not on Wet n Wild's PR list, but I did order the whole PR collection. So let's go ahead and do a little unboxing and then we will try on all of the products. I love this PR box. This packaging is so cute. Let's open it up. It does have a cute little message up there. You can pause to read it if you really want to. Take this foamy stuff off. And here is the whole collection. So this is the My Melody palette. It's more of a pink palette and it does have a pop of like a yellowish mustard tone and a pop of purple. And then here we have the Coromi palette, which is purples and golds. And then we have the blush highlighter palette. This is a double-ended face brush. It has a blush brush on one side and a highlighter brush on the other. And it does have sequins in it in water. And then the collection does come with 2 liquid lipsticks, a pink one for My Melody and a purple one for Kuromi. And then it comes with 2 glosses. Like a pinky glittery one for My Melody and a clear / lilac lavender one for Kuromi. And then we have a double-ended eye brush. So one end is a shadow brush and one end is a blending brush. And again, it has that same sequence in it. And then the last item is a cute makeup bag. On one end is Kuromi and on the other end is My Melody. So let's talk about the packaging. I think the packaging is stunning. It reminds me very much of the Pac-Man collection, which I did also get. But let's jump in and do a look. I think what I'm going to do is do the My Melody on one eye and the Kuromi on the other eye. And then when it comes to the face stuff, we'll just see how it goes. Alright, so I'm going to get some swatches for you guys of the Kuromi palette. And I just went this way down each row. So here is what those look like. Sorry, I kind of ran out of room. So the only shade that really gave me an issue was this shade here. It looks really deep in the pan, but it's showing up kind of lilac-y. But yeah, that is that palette. Alright, and the swatches of the My Melody palette. Again, I just went across. The one that gave me trouble was this butter yellow shade. So like I said, we're going to do one eye with the My Melody palette and one with the Kuromi palette. When I open these up, just to let you know, they are slightly scented in the most minor fruity scented way. To start off, I am going to dip into the shade. I'm going to dip into this one here, which is called Flower Power. The names of the shades are listed on the back. And I am actually not going to use that brush yet. I'm going to use this pencil brush. This is a Morphe M431. I'm going to dip into that pink shade. I'm going to put that right into the crease. going to pull that and wing it out. No surprise, we're going to do a cut crease. Alright, there is some kickback in the pan, but this is a pretty dense brush, so that kind of makes sense. This isn't as vibrant as I thought it would be. It could be because I'm using a more skin tone shade eye primer as opposed to I normally use a lighter base, so that could be it. But anyway, I'm going to color switch this brush. And then on the Kuromi palette, I am actually going to dip into this black shade here called Troublemaker. And I'm going to do the same thing, just pop it into the crease. I'm going to go into this tapered blending brush from Lavish and just kind of smoke out these edges and smooth them out a bit. Alright, now I'm going to take the double-ended brush here. I'm going to use this side first, and I'm going to go into the shade Shimmy Shimmy, this butter yellow shade. I'm just going to tap in there, and I'm going to kind of tap that into the pink a bit. Color switch that. And then on the Coromi palette, I'm going to go into this purple shade here called Hollow's Eve and do the same thing. Alright, then I'm going to take this other end here, the blending side, and I'm going to blend these colors together. This brush is very soft. It feels really good to use. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. Color switch that again. And do the same thing on the other side. You can see the black is fading. So yeah, it packed on nicely, but it does fade into just a really dark gray, which I didn't really expect the best black from a drugstore brand, if I'm honest. Alright, using this blending brush again, I'm going to use this shade Sparkle and Shine, which is the matte white. And I'm just going to buff that into the top of the yellow. It's so cute. Color switch my brush again, and then on this side I kind of want to see what happens if I use this shade here, which is called Tough Girl. This golden, it's like a golden yellow. I'm sure it'll change brown, but I just want to see what happens. Looks like a bruise. Oh well. Kind of grungy. Okay, next I'm going to cut my crease. Alright, now that that is cut, I think what I want to do, I think I want to put this on the first third of the lid, the second third, and the final third. That should be pretty. I'm just going to use this old packing brush that I have. I'm going to try it dry first. So this third, I'm going to do the back of it first. And this shade is called pretty in pink. That actually performs pretty well dry. Surprising. Let's see on the lid though. Yeah, the lid is a different story. There we go. I'm going to go into Maryland. Yeah, this one is much softer. Almost reminds me of like I'm not saying it feels the same, just the way it kind of looks and how it comes off on the pan. It reminds me of an Anastasia shimmer. And then for the very first third, I'm going to use this shade here called Pound Cake. This is another softer type shimmer. And what I'm doing is I am putting it into that second shimmer a bit, just so it looks nice and blended. Yeah, you can see the gradient there. That's fun. I like that. Okay, moving on to the other eye. I'm going to do the same thing, I think, where I break it up into thirds. So, ooh, this will be fun. Okay, so for the first third, I'm going to do this gold, and then I'm going to do this purple, and then I'm going to do this dark purple. And so this shade is called Tough as Nails, and we are going to put that on the outer third of the lid. It almost looks like a glitter formula. Yeah, it's chunky. So let's see how that goes on. Yeah, this is like a black shadow with purple glitter in it. Lots of fallout, you can probably see that. Ooh, that's dark. I feel like I almost should have used a glitter glue, but I didn't swatch it before. That's my fault. But anyway, next we're gonna go into this really pretty duochrome shifty one called Sassy But Sweet. This is also soft the way it picks up on the brush. And again, pack that into the darker shade a bit, and then also move it over to the middle of the lid. Even though it's soft, I'm not getting the shift that I want, so I'm going to try doing it by wetting the brush. So just picking some up. Oh, sorry, kitty. My cat has taken over the PR box. There, I'm liking the way that looks a lot better. I don't know if it'll show up different on camera, but in person it looks a lot better. And then I'm going to dip into this gold shade here called Naughty. Nope, but sorry, Baku. This is another nice, soft, metallic. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off for now. I'm going to clean up everything. I'm going to put on my complexion products except for the blush and highlighter, and then we will finish up the eyes, do the lips, and I will give you my final thoughts. Alright, I am back. As you can see, I cleaned up the eyes and I put on most of my complexion products. So now we are going to try out this blush and highlighter kit. I'll be honest, I am a little bit worried. I do think these might be too dark for me, but we'll still try them out and see what happens. So for the blush, I'm going to do this shade on the My Melody side, and I'm going to do this shade on the Kuromi side. And then I'll do the corresponding highlighters on each side as well, just so we can try them all out. So this shade that I'm going to put on the My Melody side is called Call Me Nice, and then the shade that I'm going to put on the Coromi side is Don't Call Me Naughty. And I am going to use this face brush here. This is the blush section, and then this is the highlight. picks up really nicely. It's very pigmented. Ooh. We might have to veil that out. The Kuromi side is it's a shimmer blush, so it has gold reflex in it. I weirdly like this side. It's really dark, but yeah, I weirdly like it. Okay, now for highlight, I'm going to flip the brush over, and then like I said, for the My Melody side, I'm going to go in with the shade Honey Bunny, and then on the Kuromi side, I'm going to do this shade called Friendly Rivals. I'm just going to barely touch the pan. I honestly think this is going to be too dark, but let's see. Oh, okay. It's not doing that weird shadow. So this is coming off more gold. It looks very duochrome in the pan, but I'm getting more of the gold, which I'm fine with. That's a very pretty shade. And now let's do the other side. Oh, and that's not too dark either, but I just lightly went in just to make sure. Make sure there's no shadow. No, I'm very pleased with this palette. I actually like this one better than the Pac-Man one. So that is that. All right, let's go ahead and finish up these eyes. I'm going to put this NYX Wonder Pencil into my waterline. I'm going to do that on both eyes. All right, to finish up the bottom of the eye, I'm going to take that shade again called Flower Power. I'm just going to put that right up against that waterline. And then on the Coromi side, I'm going to take this purple shade again called Hallows Eve. Flipping back to the My Melody side, I am going to pick up this yellow shade again called Shimmy Shimmy. And I'm just going to sweep that into the pink. On the Kuromi side, I'm going to try this shade here called Biker Gang. Next, I'm going to do my inner corner highlight and my brow bone, and for that, on the My Melody side, I am going to do this shade again here called Pound Cake for both the inner corner highlight and the brow bone. And then on the Kuromi side, I am going to do this gold shade for the inner corner highlight, and I kind of want to do this purple shade for the brow bone highlight. Oh, that's bright. Oops. Oh well, shit happens. We do have 2 lip glosses and 2 lipsticks with this collection. I don't really want to split my lip. That seems kind of like a pain in the ass. So I think what I'm going to do is do the pink lipstick, and then we'll put the purple gloss on top. So this pink lipstick for My Melody is in the shade Sweetie Pie. I love this packaging. It has the hearts on it for My Melody and then her little character on it. It reminds me very much of Jeffree Star's Prom Night. These kind of smell the same as the eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, that's bright. Yep, it's very much like Prom Night from Jeffree Star. Alright, now that that is dry, which I've never used a Wet n Wild lipstick before, it's actually very comfortable. I would say if you want a dupe for the Jeffree Star Prom Night, that is a very good one. Next up, I'm going to put on the Coromi Gloss, which is in the shade Little Miss Punk. You guys know how I feel about getting my wands dirty, so I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. Here is that sparkle, by the way. And I'm going to apply this with a lip brush. The gloss is not sticky, but you can feel the glitter in it, so if that's something that bugs you, it's not going to be for you. Alright guys, so I am back from putting on my lashes. I just used lashes from Violet Voss, which I picked up at Target. But anyway, let's go ahead and discuss everything that we used today. So, I should have mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I purchased the whole PR kit for $69, I believe, which I think is a really good deal. I got 2 eye palettes, a face palette, 2 lipsticks, 2 glosses, and the reversible makeup bag along with 2 brushes. So I'm happy with the purchase. I think everything that I got is totally worth that. I know you can pick this up at Ulta right now, all of this stuff. The gloss is eating away the lipstick. Normal, but it tastes bad. But anyway, let's go over everything. So the My Melody palette, I actually do prefer this one to the Kuromi palette for the simple fact that there are more mattes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 mattes and then a satin shade, which it's like a matte with gold glitters. And then there's like your regular shimmers and then the metallics that are in the palette. So I do prefer this one. I actually do like the look that we came up with better. But I do still think if you're into like a grungier theme, this one is just fine. My only issue with it is you only get 4 mattes, and it's this black, purple, this taupey gray color, and this mustard shade. These 2 are actually like satin shimmers, and then we have these chunky glitter shimmers, and then regular, or they're more like metallic. This is like a chunky glitter, and then you have your shimmers. This one, though, does have fun duochromes in it, which you do not find so much in the My Melody palette. I still think both are worth it. Just as a personal preference, I like the My Melody palette better, which I didn't think I would because I love purple. The face palette, thoroughly surprised. It is very pigmented. I did have to go in with a very light hand, as you guys saw. I love the shift to these highlighters. I think they look pretty on the skin. Wet n Wild does actually have good highlighters, so... The brushes, they're very soft. I think they apply product really well. I'm not usually a huge fan of double-ended brushes, but I don't mind these. I would prefer if they were individuals, but they did work well. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. The only thing besides it being double-ended that I wish is that this was a little bit smaller. It's not quite a packing brush, and it's not quite a put it in the crease. It's a little too wide. But it works really well. I like 3 ends out of the 4. The lipsticks, I know we only tried the one, but it was really comfortable. I can't imagine that this would be any different. But let's get you a swatch of that one while we're thinking about it. This is in the shade Goth Girl. It's a beautiful eggplant purple. This is actually a color I don't have in my collection, so I'm very happy that I was able to get this color. And then the other gloss was Oh My. And there is that. So it's like a rose gold. So that's very pretty. And that's also, both of these glosses are not glosses that I have in my collection. The gloss is great. Like I said, though, it is pilling. I can feel it. You can probably see it. Yeah, you can see it. So I don't really like them together. I do know that gloss breaks lipstick up, but some break it up more like pilling like this, whereas some just kind of make the color spread around your lips more if you're wearing a liquid lipstick. So I like them, but I probably wouldn't put them together ever again. So the whole collection, do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. The brushes are nice, the lipsticks are nice, the gloss is nice. I don't know if you necessarily need the whole PR package, but I do think that that's a really good deal. If I had to pick one thing that I think you definitely need, it would be this palette here. So yeah, guys, that is it. That is the finished look. Let me know what side you guys prefer down below in the comments. Let me know if you're going to pick anything up. Like I said, it is at Ulta right now. As always, guys, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Please do check out my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all under the same username, which is at SeanMarie_84. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.